Oh, the Denver Broncos just dodge a major bullet, one that I hope they can dodge all offseason long, like Neo in the Matrix. We get an Amari Cooper update, more reason to believe that the Denver Broncos are going to shock the world next week against the Buffalo Bills. We're going to break all that down and more in this video. If you're new to the channel, I'm a diehard Denver Broncos fan named Ben, and thanks to all of you Bo-lieving in this team. I just hit 20,000 subs, which is mind-blowing. Thank you so much. It really does help me and the algorithm out a ton if you like the Broncos, if you like and subscribe. So us as Broncos fans, we've been on that coaching and that quarterback carousel for so long that we have like motion sickness and we have trauma. We're used to like scanning the league and looking for standout coaches and being like, ooh, I wonder if they could turn around the future of the Denver Broncos. And so thankfully for all of us, we're not on that carousel anymore. We have our coach and we have our quarterback for like the next 10 years, and that's scary for everyone else in the NFL. But one of the problems that you have when you have success is that everyone else wants to start stealing from you, and that is happening. We know that the Chicago Bears and the Jets are interviewing Vance Joseph. We feel really good that we'll get compensatory picks if he does leave, and that Jim Leonhard was brought in for that very reason. One of the coaches none of us want to see go is our quarterback coach, who got the absolute best out of Russell Wilson that he possibly could. And then you just see how he has just really propelled Bo Nix to being in the Rookie of the Year conversation, being the first rookie quarterback in Denver other than John Elway to get us to the playoffs, just totally exceeding expectation. Sean Payton gushes about him. He played the position in the league as a journeyman quarterback, left the league when he could have kept playing because he is such a great explainer of the game, such a great motivator of young men, and an insanely talented offensive mind. And so we've wanted to keep him in Denver because that's going to be crucial for Bo Nix to keep on this trajectory. Yesterday, an NFL insider came out and said that the New Orleans Saints were going to interview him not for an offensive coordinator position, which would be a step up, but for the step up above that, which is a head coaching role. He is definitely in line for that at some point. That felt like a bit premature, and then today that was corrected, which is the bullet that we dodged. The Saints are not indeed interviewing him for a head coaching role. He still might leave because once these head coaching dominoes fall, they then have to fill out their staff with who are our offensive coordinators going to be. And so we haven't completely dodged this bullet yet, but in Denver, we have got to be hoping that Davis Webb somehow stays here with the Broncos. I think that's going to be a crucial part of Nix's continuing to develop into the franchise quarterback that we want. So let me know, like, do you think we'll be able to hang on to him? This is when having the richest owner in sports truly matters. When Sean Payton came out and talked about why he ended up in Denver, he said, like, I didn't want to go to a division that had Patrick Mahomes. Nobody wants to sign up for that, but you sign up to go be with the richest owner in sports, because he said ownership is crucial. And I think we're going to see the dividends of that. And it was easy to look past that when we first got the Walton Penner Group, because we weren't winning. Well, now we're going to win, and that they're going to keep winning because of that. So let's hope that continues to happen because of that. Other thing, good news that we see is that I think across the division, you're going to see other poaching, and anytime something bad happens to our enemy, that's good for us. And it looks like the Vegas Raiders may be trying to steal Steve Spagnuolo from the Kansas City Chiefs. That is a defense that truly we haven't seen like Star Wars numbers from Pat Mahomes. That is a defensive team. Steve Spagnuolo leaving the Kansas City Chiefs would be fantastic. So let's keep just talking him up on Twitter. Let's get him out of Kansas City. That would be absolutely fantastic for us. Also get an update here. We had really hoped that Amari Cooper would not be playing in this game against the Buffalo Bills. I think that would enable Vance Joseph to do some really creative stuff with Pat Surtain and not necessarily try to shut down just Amari Cooper. He is indeed back with the team, but there are mixed reports that he may still be out for that game. So that's something we're going to monitor very closely here and share all the news as soon as we hear it. But even if we do indeed see Amari Cooper, I feel fantastic about our chances this week just because of how insanely great we have played, especially over these past 3 games. I know we've only won one of them, but we've seen some real flashes, and the Broncos, for the first time since 2013, we've had 7 different players get awarded Player of the Week, and obviously you're seeing our kicker do it. We've seen Pat Surtain just play at a level that is hard to even fathom just how well he has done against other teams' number 1 receivers. And just looking down this list, first game of the year before any injuries happened with DK Metcalf and with Geno Smith. You look, that right there was all I needed to see, that we held him under 30 yards. And if you remember that game, I was live streaming it. How many push-offs did DK Metcalf have on the couple completions that he have? And you just look down the list, a star-studded list that truly most of these dudes on this list I would take over Amari Cooper. And you're looking at like none of these players had over 50 yards receiving, which is hard to even just wrap your mind around, that in an entire year you're giving up 166 yards. It felt like in that Cleveland Browns game, Jerry Jeudy had that just against Levi Wallace, who then got cut by the Broncos. So he is playing at an absolute elite level. And it's easy to just say like, oh, he's a standout, but we have so many dudes playing at a standout level that it's hard to understand unless you're plugged into the team like we all are. If you remember back to Super Bowl 50, obviously we're not going to compare Bo Nix whatsoever to Peyton Manning yet. But at this point, or at that point in his career, Bo Nix has had a better year this year than Peyton Manning had the year that he won the Super Bowl. You look here at their QBR over the past 10 seasons, and he is outshining prime Russell Wilson as we thought we were getting, playing better than Bridgewater, Locke, all of those, all the way back here to Peyton Manning. And I think you could truly make a case that this Denver Broncos defense is playing at a level a little bit below that Super Bowl 50 level. Obviously, we don't have Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware and Akib and all of that, but I think Pat Surtain has been playing better than any corner played, even during the no-fly zone. Riley Moss probably is not at that level of Chris Harris yet, but I just think it's not an odd, like a crazy claim to say that this Broncos defense is on par with the Super Bowl 50 defense, and Bo Nix is playing better than Peyton Manning was during that season. That's why we have hope this week against the Buffalo Bills, and that's why Sean Payton said we're dangerous. And everything Sean Payton has said this year has come true, and it seemed crazy when he said it, and people laughed at it, and it came true. And so we've trusted Sean Payton all year. Let's trust him again when he says we are going to be dangerous. We are going to be dangerous because we have him playing at an insane level. We got Bo Nix being the first rookie since John Elway to get us to the playoffs. We set the franchise record when it comes to number of sacks in a season. That is even with the team that had DeMarcus Ware, Von Miller, Malik Jackson, like a crazy talented group at getting after the pass rusher. We got guys who have chips on their shoulder the size of like Tesla Cybertrucks. And the fact that Zach Allen didn't make the Pro Bowl, you know that is going to motivate him insane, like to an insane degree this week, that he is first when it comes to pressuring the quarterback. He's a big dude. Josh Allen is not going to be able to avoid him. He has the second highest QB pressure rate. He stuffs the run. So Cook isn't getting started against Zach Allen. Like, this is crazy. You double team him. Good luck. He's third best against double teams. And you just take a look at the players who have hit a quarterback 40 or more times in a season, and he's truly, you're talking about Aaron Donald, Nick Bosa, TJ Watt, and JJ Watt are the only other dudes on that list. Then on the other side of the ball, we have Quinn Meinerz, who just jumped up to being the second best guard on all of Pro Football Focus, another Pro Bowl snub. So you got the best corner in football. You have the best interior defensive lineman. You have the best interior offensive lineman. You have Bo Nix playing at a level that has blown everyone away. And why don't we have a chance this week? Like, truly, what am I missing? Denver Broncos are going to shock the world and beat the Buffalo Bills, and that's something we can all Bo-lieve in. I'm dunking it Saturday, no doubt.